So guys, one of the biggest misconceptions, one of the biggest lies na maririnig nyo po sa internet, manggagaling sa kung iba-ibang tao, sasabihin nila, napakadaling maging landlord, napakasarap dahil kolekta ka lang ng kolekta ng salapi every month from rent. Passive income daw. Hindi nila sinasabi sa inyo that there's two sides to every story. I can speak on this because we do have a couple rental properties and we've had them for several years, right? And I can tell you firsthand, it's not all rosy. Okay? Hindi laging mabango. Hindi laging madali. Hindi laging walang sakit sa ulo. And meron po akong napanood, I'm pretty sure a lot of landlords, a lot of property owners, investment property owners can relate to this. That's why I'm making this video, guys, because I want to show you that from my experience, dahil, mahinhin po si Kuya Puto eh. Being a landlord is probably one of the most difficult, one of the most worrisome, one of the most unstable and hardest, I'm not gonna say worst, but hardest jobs I've ever had. Lika, panoorin natin to.
Nananawagan ng isang grupo ng mga landlords sa Ontario ng mas mabilis na proseso sa mga kaso ng tenants na hindi po nagbabayad ng renta. Ibinahagi rin po ng isang kababayan ang kanyang karanasan kung saan umabot ng 1 taon at 6 na buwan ang prosesong ito.
Narinig niyo yun, guys? Hindi po lahat ng magiging tenant ninyo magiging mabait, magiging anghel. Meron po yung mga tinatawag na professional tenants. Ibig sabihin po nun, babayaran nila yung initial first and last and maybe a deposit. Tapos nun, wala. Hindi na ho magbabayad. Dahil alam nila yung mga rights nila dito sa Ontario because yung pong landlord-tenant board, forget that. The law always favors the tenant. In this case po, meron po tayong kabayan na took a bite of the Canadian dream and started to invest in properties para po marentahan nila. And unfortunately, natapat po siya sa tenant na hindi mabuti. And hindi po nagbayad in 1 year and 6 months. Isipin nyo yun, guys. Unless yung property ninyo, walang mortgage, which, I only know a handful of people na walang mortgage yung mga bahay nila. Meron pong bayad yan every month, We depend as landlords on the rent coming in to pay the overhead for that property. Let's watch this and kayo po mag-isip, kayo po maging judge, okay?
Okay. So, this is what they left.
Ganito ang kalagayang bumungad sa landlord na si Marites Diaz-Lee nang unang bisitahin ang kanyang property noong 2021 matapos formal nang mapaalis ang kanilang tenants. Ang duplex, binili sana para maging tirahan ng kanyang mga anak. Pero nang ihain ng N12 o notice para tapusin ang tenancy ng mga umuupa noong 2019.
They actually knew that from the get-go. So because I told them that, this is probably gonna happen, that's when the tenants started not paying rent, as well as giving us a lot of issues. Something happened in the bathtub, for example. And then apparently I have to bring them, or I have to get them a hotel that they can stay at.
So guys, narinig niyo yun. From the get-go, talagang intention netong professional tenant na to ay hindi magbayad. Masaklap dito, hindi na nga nagbayad, binaboy pa yung bahay ni ate. And this is very common. I personally have experienced this myself, not to this extreme, but years ago, I've had a tenant na baguhan pa kasi ako nun eh. Hindi pa ako masyadong experienced becoming a landlord. So, hindi ko binisita yung property. I never made visits here and there. And problema kasi doon, when you don't do that, hindi nyo po alam kung ano yung ginagawa lahat ng mga tenant ninyo, kung anong mga kabalastugan or kabutihan ang ginagawa nila, di ba? And in case of ate, binaboy po yung bahay niya. It's very unfortunate, but it happens a lot. Sa akin po dati, I was disappointed. I was very surprised nung nakita ko po yung rental unit namin nung araw after not visiting for a long time. You know? There was like holes in the wall. Yung backyard namin that used to be once so beautiful, parang park, naging bathroom ng mga aso nila, ng mga pets nila. Yung pong harapan, yung front yard, tandaan ko napakaganda po nun. When I came by and visit, there's like cigarette butts, like millions of them everywhere, and so on and so forth. Napakadami po, and it really broke my heart. So, totoo po yan, nangyayari yan. So for all of you people out there thinking na napakadali na itong trabahong to, itong side gig na to, itong passive income source na to, think again. There's always two sides to every story. Let's continue.
Nasa 1 taon din daw na hindi nagbayad ng $2,000 rent kada buwan ang mga umuupa. Pero simula lang daw ito ng kanilang matagalang problema.
He's actually growing marijuana inside the house while having 3 small kids with them. And so we had to get Children's Society involved. They started not paying water, right? So they intentionally use a lot of water para I'm the only one who pays for it. They're making it really a nightmare for us.
So guys, narinig niyo yun. Hindi na nga nagbabayad ng renta. Binaboy na nga yung bahay. Tapos, nagtanim pa ng marijuana sa looban ng bahay with kids. Meron sila mga bata. So, napaka-irresponsible po talaga netong tenant na to. But like I said, yung po mga tao, iba-iba dating ng tao, di ba? Sometimes talaga yung buhay, it's gonna test you. And unfortunately, sometimes you get aligned with like the wrong people, katulad po na nangyari kay ate. And they would do like things to make matters worse. Like, I'm assuming yung pong utilities included dun sa rent ni ate, di ba? $2,000 a month. So siya na po nagbabayad ng utilities. The moment the relationship went sour because hindi na po nagbabayad yung mga tenants, right? The tenants took it upon themselves to make the situation worse by running the utility bills. Yeah. So, katulad po nung nangyari kay ate, yung tubig, yung water bill, hindi po libre yan. Okay? That needs to be paid. And yung mga tenants po, hindi na sila nag-uusap, so they decided to just run the water bill. Like, man, it's crazy. Okay? Typically po, mga water bill dito sa Canada, siguro mga $80 a month, mga ganon, dito sa lugar namin. So just imagine kung meron po kayong masamang tenant na hindi na nga nagbabayad ng rent, on top of that, pinapamahal pa yung water bill ninyo by, leaving all the faucets open or what have you, or doing laundry like every day. Mga ganun. Talagang wala pong delikadesa.
Sa ilalim ng Ontario Residential Tenancies Act, tanging ang Landlord and Tenant Board o LTB ang may otoridad na magpaalis ng tenant at panahong iyon. May karapatan ang mga tenant na manatili sa rental unit nang hindi nagbabayad ng renta hanggang magkaroon ng court hearing at mag-issue ng eviction order. Prosesong para kay Diaz Lee, tumagal ng 1 taon at 6 na buwan.
Can you imagine 1 year and 6 months that I had to wait?
So guys, Landlord and Tenant Board, yung po ang governing body that is in charge of any matters related to landlords and tenants. So, dito po sa Canada, unfortunately, kung magkaroon kayo ng sitwasyon na ganito, na hindi na po nagbabayad yung tenant ninyo, hindi po kayo pwedeng pumunta dun sa property as a landlord nang merong batuta, tapos pagmumura-murahin ninyo, tapos susuntukin ninyo, aawayin ninyo para mapatalsik doon sa property ninyo. It doesn't quite work that way. In many cases, yung po mga ibang kakilala namin that's had this happen to them, that's exactly what they want to do. They just want to go to that property, with hired goons and get these people out ASAP. But unfortunately, it's against the law. Kahit po tumawag kayo ng pulis, okay? Wala pong gagawin yung pulis. Sasabihin po ng pulis, you have to settle this with the landlord, through the Landlord and Tenant Board, LTB. Problema po doon, they are so backed up. Okay? They are so backed up. By the time they actually get to your case file, katulad po nangyari kay ate, it's been 1 year and 6 months. So isipin nyo, kung kayo po may-ari noong property na yon? Sino nagbabayad ng mortgage for a year and 6 months? Sino nagbabayad ng utilities for a year and 6 months? Sino nagbabayad ng property taxes for a year and 6 months? Napakalaking halaga po nun. For many people, it's enough to bankrupt them. And we know a lot of people that's gone through a lot of financial hardships because they were hoping na, oh, you know what? Magiging landlord ako. I'm gonna have multiple properties and I'm gonna secure my retirement through these properties dahil it's gonna be passive income. Hindi ko po tinatakot yung mga tao dyan na merong planong, gumawa nito. Because, I do believe in real estate. But you have to look at both sides. A lot of the people that are telling you online that yes, this is the path, that yes, this is gonna create passive income, makinig po kayong mabuti because if they're only telling you the pros and they're not telling you the flip side of the story of the things that can happen, katulad po nangyari kay ate and many others out there, unfortunately, you're doing yourself a disservice. Get all the facts before you dive into this space because like I said at the beginning of this video, being a landlord can be or will be the worst job or the worst decision that you can ever make financially and emotionally in your life. Let's continue watching.
I'm definitely discouraged being a long-term landlord at this point in the landscape that we're in. I'm hoping that would change.
Isa lamang siya sa mahigit 8,500 miyembro ng grupong Small Ownership Landlords of Ontario o SOLO. Isang grupo na nananawagan ngayon ng targeted solutions para protektahan ang parehong landlord at tenant sa probinsya. Lalo't ayon sa report ng Tribunals Ontario, mayroong 53,000 backlog ng hindi pa nare-resolbang kaso sa LTB.
So that's the reason why it takes forever to get a case recognized sa landlord and tenant board because there's such a long backlog. And nakita niyo po, napakadaming tao, mga, investors, mga property owners na nagrerenta na naapektuhan po nito. And this is just, 1,800 yata sabi nila dito sa video clip na to, but I can guarantee you, there's more that are unaccounted for. And they're holding and they're carrying the burden, the financial and emotional burden of this problem until ma-resolve nga to. It's not a good place to be. It really isn't.
May mga landlord din naman na, they're also abusing the system. So, and that takes a toll on good landlords, right? So one is definitely faster process, hearing process, one, and then also like a fairer process between the tenant and the landlord. When I see that the LTB or the Landlord and Tenant Board is improving, I think I'm gonna have a little bit of faith in becoming a long-term landlord. But right now, to be honest with you, I don't want to be a long-term landlord.
So sabi po ni ate, I don't want to be a long-term landlord anymore. Parang nakakadismaya talaga. Dahil kung tutuusin guys, napakahirap nga po magkaroon ng isang bahay dito sa Canada. Lalo na po, paano kung you venture into property ownership and you have to constantly balance every month yung overhead mo and you're depending on the rent money coming in to make sure na mabayaran niyo po lahat.
2024 nang ianunsyo ng Ontario government na ihahain ng Cutting Red Tape Building Ontario Act para pabilisin ang operasyon sa LTB na papayagan ng executives na i-reassign ng mga kaso sa bagong adjudicator kung hindi maitapos ng adjudicator ang kanilang hearing. Oktubre 2021 nang pumabor ang LTB sa hinaing ni Diaz-Lee at mapaalis ang tenants. Pero sa kabila ng naranasan, ito ang payo niya sa mga nais maging landlord.
Keep owning. It's a Canadian dream, right? So, but be knowledgeable and learn and how the process works, basically.
So yeah, guys, it's a Canadian dream. It really is. And the path to wealth na natutunan po namin or natutunan ko and natutunan ng marami pong tao dito, hindi lang mga Pinoy, is to own property. But at the same time, if you're gonna venture into this space, be knowledgeable. Okay? Get all your facts straight. Cover all your bases. There's no guarantees that you will end up with a good tenant. There's no guarantees that you're gonna end up with a bad tenant. But be prepared. And wag po kayong makinig, wag po kayong maniwala sa mga tao nagsasabi sa inyo na napakadali pong racket to. It's not. Okay? Just remember, dito po sa buhay natin, anything na pinagdusahan ninyo, anything that you put so much effort in, okay, those are the ones that are worthwhile, that'll pay you in dividends. You know, wala pong overnight millionaire, wala pong one-time big shot. Okay, you have to work for everything that you have. And at the same time, you gotta be very careful with all the decisions that you make, lalo na sa mga ganitong klaseng bagay dahil it involves lots of money. Okay guys? So sana naman po meron kayong natutunan kahit konti dito sa video na to. Hindi pa kayo nakapag-subscribe, subscribe naman po kayo sa channel ni Kuya Puto so we can grow this channel as big as we can. This is Kuya Puto, guys, wishing you good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you is in the world. Stay hungry, stay humble, keep your hustle strong. I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.